Hello everybody and a warm welcome to my channel, Tarot by Izabela. I am very happy to see you here today and I hope you're all doing fine, even if we live in quite strange times for the moment. Today's video will be a prediction about President Trump and if he will be president full term. And why I choose this subject is because I have received many mails from you viewers asking me this question. Will President Trump remain president of the United States for the whole presidential term? 4 years out. And is there a possibility that something could happen to him and that could make him leave as president, or good or bad? We'll see. We're gonna look into that subject today, and to do this I'm gonna look for a little bit in my crystal ball, and then I'm gonna take some cards about President Trump. But before we begin, I must thank you all, you wonderful viewers, for all of your support to this channel. Very grateful for all of your mails, your comments, your sharing, your caring. Everything that you do helps really so much, and it gives a lot of strength and courage to continue doing more videos. So a big hug to all of you. So now, let's start the reading about President Trump and what may happen to him or may not happen to him. And first, I need to concentrate for a few moments on my crystal ball. So just give me a few seconds and soon we'll begin. For President Trump, Donald Trump of the United States of America. Okay, glasses on, and let's see if we can find something. First thing I saw a rooster and I saw a fox. So yeah, well, you all know that President Trump could be a little bit foxy at times. He plays different roles, and like a rooster, you will hear him when he sounds out what he wants to say. So he is both fox and a rooster, saying it in symbolic way. Meaning he plays like a double game, good or bad, with the people around him, especially his enemies. He was really trying to build bridges between nations, but a lot of obstruction doing that. Some bridge, some kind of peace deal that he was trying to build, will not reach full, so he will not get total credit for it, because those parts involved in this peace deal, one part will take over the other. So it's between two nations. Let's see if I can see if he will be president or if there are any dangers waiting for him. I don't see any dangers, specific dangers in this crystal ball. He's quite well protected. He could have some problems with his heart, but I don't see it as a heart attack. Could be through a lot of stress or tension, some kind of cramps, but not like a heart attack. I see a big meeting, a big secret meeting with people from many countries, and this will not be announced to the public. It's like it's already planned, and there are some very important strategic moves that are planned. And people in this meeting, they are not ordinary leaders or politicians. They are like double agents or triple agents or people working undercover with one face in front and another true face behind. We will eventually know about this meeting, but it's not time yet for that. Yeah, he's meeting up with a lot of strange personalities, even people that are presumed as dead. Okay, the crystal ball didn't want to tell me if he will continue to be president full term or some way he will stop. Let's take some cards on it. Some cards on President Trump. Will he be president 4 years? More or less? Let's take some oracle cards on President Trump. And some last ones. And finally, some dice. I have 2 blank dice. I need to take another one to reinforce the message. Well, the cards and dice for President Trump, they look like this. Let's see what we got here in the cards. In the tarot cards, we have Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands, Knight of Wands, and Seven of Wands. A lot of action. On the oracle cards, we have Lovers, Lighthouse, Magnifying Glass. It's timeless. The issue transcends the clock. The answer lies in the eternal present, in love, truth, or a fundamental principle. Self-sabotage. I trust in renewal and in the steps I take towards the future. On the dice, we have muck, specific, a piece of cake, an owl, a couple holding hands, tango, and a guitar. Well, according to the cards, I don't see him and his presidency before time. So it looks like he will be president full term. And there are still a lot of light, a lot of information that has to come out before he leaves as a president. In the center, we have a Queen of Wands, and then we have Knight of Wands. And for me, that represents his wife and his son, Baron. Both of them are quite involved in what is happening. And they are also gathering information or intel for him. His wife is quite intelligent and have a lot of knowledge. Have the owl below her. And it seems like Baron will announce a girlfriend quite soon. There are a lot of people that want to sabotage his presidency, but they want to make protests and problems and entangle. But I don't think they will succeed. They will have to change tactics because it will not lead them anywhere. At the end, I don't think anyone around him in the politics or elsewhere can really cause big problems. As I said, there are a lot of information, important information, that he needs to give out to the people before he ends as a president. And he has been quite lucky. So according to the cards, a lot of good news coming out from him soon. And I don't see him ending before time due to illness or scandals or whatever reason. No. Even if they will try the other side against Trump, they will try very, very hard to make him step down. But I don't see that they will succeed. Now, I'm going to take some last cards on President Trump to see if there is any more information that needs to be said. Today. Not always does the cards or the crystal ball want to talk about any specific subject. Sometimes we are not supposed to know too much or tell too much. So sometimes, even in a prediction, cards and crystal ball can be quite quiet Mhm. Some less cards for President Trump. And some dice. I'm sorry if there are some strange background noises, but I have a big chopper above the house circulating at the moment. So hopefully the microphone can cut that out. But anyway, in case you hear something strange, it's because of a helicopter. I need to take another card here. Okay. In the last cards for President Trump, I have in the tarot cards the Sun, 10 of Coins, and 4 of Wands. On the Oracle cards, I have Change, Old Card, Compass. Then we have a Skull, Storm, and a Shell. On the dice, we have Thunder, we have a Dove, Peace Dove, and Mountains with a big moon rising over the mountain tops. It seems like President Trump have really not begun yet to do what he really wants to do. There are a lot of changes coming regarding finances, regarding a lot of areas in life, and regarding peace too. And he wants to really put those changes into action. And there will be a very stormy period during his presidency. But he will keep it in a shell. It will not affect him. They will try with all forces, the other side, that are against him. I don't see them succeeding. I see he will just move on, and like this will not affect him so much, and he will rise for whatever attempt they're trying to throw at him. But also the change that he will come with will cause a global storm in many areas, but at the end, it's for better economy, better future. I need to take another one here. And we have Ace of Cups. There will be a lot of changes, but good changes. And I don't think that those 3 cards above are meant for him. They are more meant, especially the skull, for those that want chaos, that want revolutions, that want a suffering for the citizens. They will be put in a shell. They will not be able to cause big damage. But it seems also like he will take different direction. People expect for him to go to the left, but he will go to the right. When they think he will go up, he will go down. So he will make a lot of turns. As I said, he's a little bit like a fox, but that is to chase out bad actors. And ultimately, he will bring better times, period. Is because he wants peace, and he will try to find a way towards peace. But I don't see him being very hurt, or that he must stop being president before his time is out, the 4-year term. But he will surprise a lot of people in a positive way. Those that live in him, they will get a lot of surprises, and it will come with thunder or storm. Suddenly, those surprises are there, and they're good surprises. And for those that do not want peace, that love wars and suffering, they will suffer a lot. Yeah. So we have both sun and moon. So he will be there during night and day, good and bad. And yeah, I see him full term. I see also that he will have his leg hurt. Let's see which one I see him limping on. The left one. So some problem with the leg, be an injury or something. But it's not life-threatening, and it will be there a couple of weeks, and then it will go away. Something will happen with his leg. That's the most serious part, I think, but I saw here. Well, that was my reading for President, Trump, if he will be president full term. And if you have liked what you have seen and heard, please don't forget to press like button, share button, and subscription button. And to all of you wonderful viewers, I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully we're gonna see each other soon again. Bye bye.